Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another video reaction of Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 6. I was kind of thinking a little bit about Renly's death and his character. And I remembered in the early episodes when we first found out or were introduced to Renly as a character, I remembered that being a king was never really his ambition. At least when we first got introduced to Renly, he wasn't the one who was going out of his way to claim the throne, despite being Baratheon's Robert's brother. He was not really excited with the idea of possibly being king. It was Loris who was the one who was trying to persuade him and to convince him that he should be the next king after Robert. And while I was thinking that, I realized that if that hadn't happened, Renly might have still been alive, because he wouldn't have crossed Stannis. The idea of being king wouldn't have gone in his head the way that it did. Maybe he would have even teamed up with his brother, and he would have very likely survived. And I don't know if Loris is going to have it as regret for convincing him to go that route. But I was just thinking about that and I was like, damn, he could have lived if only the idea of becoming king hadn't gone in his head. They keep killing main characters and I'm really afraid for who is going to go next. You guys told me it's only the beginning. I haven't seen anything yet regarding that aspect of Game of Thrones, so I'm really worried. Is there anything I really need to talk about? I've already discussed pretty much everything in my post-reaction thoughts from the previous episodes. So yeah, let's not tire you guys out with another long intro and jump straight into the episode. Well, where did you drop us into, Game of Thrones? Why is our friend here running for his life? And who is he sending that raven to?
Theon.
It's Prince Theon now. Get up. You have to get dressed.
So it was the Greyjoys who were attacking,
I took it.
and they apparently did a really good job of it.
The walls with grappling claws and ropes.
Why?
They're in the courtyard.
This is not where Theon was heading, was it?
Go down and tell them how you've yielded Winterfell to me.
I won't.
Wait, did he?
Yes, you will.
Since they sent their soldiers, most of them, in that other area that was under siege, did Theon decide that they were going to go straight to Winterfell and claim Winterfell?
You'll yield to keep them safe.
Did you hate us the whole time?
That's a pretty good question, and he did not answer.
Yielded Winterfell to Theon.
Bella, you not.
I don't know. This episode started off. I really don't know what my feelings are. That's why I'm so silent right now, guys.
Send the ravens.
I'm not saying much. I really don't know where my feelings are with this, because Theon is. I still think Theon is a good dude, so that's why I'm like.
Serve me how? You're a fool. Get up. Step aside.
Why?
Although I really don't like the way that he's acting right now, I still believe that Theon is a decent person.
I ain't letting it drown me.
Roderick. It grieves me that we meet as foes.
It grieves me you've less honor than a back alley whore. You were raised here, under this roof. These people
Please don't hear
They
him.
are not my people.
King Rob thought of you as a brother.
7 kingdoms are at war, and Winterfell is mine.
I should have put a sword in your belly instead of in your hand.
You've Serve this house faithfully, old man. But keep talking, and I'll... Take him to the cells. I'll lock him in a cell.
Don't
until
kill
he's
him.
all right.
He has to pay the iron price.
I knew that this is where this was going. I knew that this is where this was going. I knew that this is where this was going. I knew it the moment they brought him in. No, man, I did not like his beard, but that's not the way, no.
Swing the sword.
The sideburns look, it's not that bad, now that I'm thinking about it.
Now, child.
Theon, I said you were a decent dude.
Father.
She's dead.
Any last words, old man?
Theon,
God's help you, Theon Greyjoy. Now you are truly lost.
he is. It wasn't even a clean one. Not even a clean death. She couldn't even do it right. You're not a true king, Theon. You keep trying to do things and failing miserably.
Pet.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew it the moment they brought him in.
No, you're right, he's not.
That was
You can't tame a
very,
wild
very
thing.
obvious where it was
You
going.
can't trust a wild thing.
I really thought that this was going to be like one of Bran's dreams, and at any moment we was going to
Their own reasons.
transfer to him waking up. No,
Never know that.
that's what happened. Okay.
Wildlings are dead.
What a way to start another episode. This is 2 episodes now in a row
I thought you said you couldn't know.
where they started with
Said you can't.
some major death.
Find a nice cave to hide him while the sun's up.
The sideburn braid look was not that bad actually.
Lost good men who fell into a
It really
crevasse
grew
and
on me.
liver in it.
You know, it had character.
Father always said I'm of the north.
She was a pioneer in many ways. May he rest in peace.
Look around, boy. We've always been at war.
Theon is not going to be able to hold Winterfell.
We're fighting the north.
She
It ain't
won't.
going anywhere. Your life.
And he is truly lost. That was very apt. The last words that he told him.
Fight until your heart's done pumping.
Words, boy. To keep us a little warmer in the night. Make us feel like we've got a purpose. Come on.
I've been told that the scenes with Tywin and Arya are very well made. So whenever I see them right now, I get excited. I do like both of the characters.
Fetch me the history of the greater and the lesser houses. It's the one on this.
And I can see Tywin taking a liking
To whom does
to Arya just because of how smart this girl is. And Tywin also seems like a smart man.
Have you ever put my son's life at risk again, Niall? Leave us.
How many battles have they lost by this point? Is it still like the 3 defeats? What are you going to listen to, Arya?
Wine?
Thank you.
Shit, I forgot that he knows who she is, actually.
What news from the capital?
Oh wow.
I travelled here directly from Renly Baratheon.
Oh wow.
Ah,
It is my belief that a moment of
Don't look at him.
affords opportunities lost.
So the snake is just going at every single direction,
against my
getting and telling secrets, like a snake
Perhaps
does.
that treason should
Right.
be punished.
Pardon, my lord.
No, that was bad. No, that was bad. Don't look at him, at his direction. God, this is so stressful.
Girl.
Thank you. Thank God. Leave as quickly as possible. I don't know, like the snake gets things pretty quickly, so I don't know if he might have caught who Arya was. I don't think Snake would instantly rat her out even if he found out that it was her. Damn, are they fighting Eskimos? Oh, another new character alert.
Girl, a wildling. We could question her.
This was way too dramatic of an appearance for her to not be a character that we get to know more of.
The bad of his tongue instead of talking. Fishing for this axe when you got to her. Give her half a chance, she'll bury it in your face.
I mean, he was chasing her with a sword.
I'm Jon Snow.
Like,
No, I'll do it.
hmm?
Come, brothers. We're leaving to it.
Are you really going to trust
We'll meet you
that
at the
Jon is actually going to kill her?
Too long. We're deep in their country now.
I get it that, like, I don't think they've met Snow, but there's no way Snow is killing her. That was such a bad decision on their part.
You never killed a woman.
And sometimes Jon Snow is too good for his own good.
You don't need to do it.
Not as much a crow as
Watch Game of Thrones, have Jon Snow kill her right now, and I'm going to lose my mind if he does. Because I'm convinced he wasn't going to do it. But Game of Thrones is crazy enough.
Someone might see the smoke.
If you do this Game of Thrones, then you have my respect.
Jon Snow. Or I'll come back and haunt you.
Will they?
Be quick about it. Do it.
As I said, I knew she wasn't going to get killed, especially not by Jon Snow. You almost had me there, Game of Thrones. I thought I had a good grasp on things. You already like fooled me once in the previous season where I was certain someone was going to leave and got killed. This character, like her reveal, like everything, like showed she's going to be here at least for a few more episodes. You're not going to kill her. Stop pretending. All three know it. We all three know it. I know it too. Yes, it's Cerseis Daughter.
When you close your eyes, you see her face.
Oh god, is this foreshadowing like his girl that she brought
I
here?
know what it's like to love someone before I take her from you.
This is such a foreshadow, bro. Such a huge foreshadowing.
You sound like a little cat mewling for his mother. Princess don't cry.
I saw you cry.
Did you say something?
Joffrey, why?
My little brother cried when I left Winterfell.
So?
It seems a normal
I
thing.
was so happy that we did not see this dude in the previous episode.
No.
Not really relevant then, is it?
I'm surprised he didn't hit her. Like, I'm surprised there was no act of violence just because she talked.
Hail to the king!
Get the prince back to the keep now.
Yes, my lord. Come quickly.
What does Tyrion know?
What's the man who threw that? Find who did that and bring him to me! Don't just kill them! Kill them all!
This is what the kingdom deserves, with Joffrey as king. Yeah, please, can like all of them just gang up on Joffrey and just like beat him really bad? If not kill him, just beat him really bad. Yes, good job to the people. You're doing great, all of you. Bravo. Yes, yes, yes. I'm with you. Just leave Tyrion and Sansa alone, and we're good. Everybody else can die a painful death. Like, of all of them, of course it was going to be Sansa. Of course it was going to be Sansa who's going to get caught.
Can't insult me!
Look at you. Everybody can insult you.
I don't know if we've ever been cursed with the vicious idiot.
You can't!
I can, I am.
They attacked!
Slap him again.
Cow by
You're talking to a king!
Yes!
Struck a king. Did my
Yes!
fall from my wrist.
Let them have her!
If she dies, you'll never get your Uncle Jamie back.
Hit him again.
You owe him quite a
Hit him one more good one, please. Yes, Game of Thrones knows when we need one good punch. No. Of course, of course. Of course. Of course. Yes, obviously. Yes, obviously. Nah, bro. Of course they were going to capture Sansa, bro. Of course they were going to capture Sansa. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be useful for once. Yeah. I don't know, I'm at a state where I'm like, fuck everybody. Fuck the peasants. Fuck the loyals outside of Tyrion. Like... all of King's Landing can burn. This is where I'm at. Blood pressure right now is like...
Khal Drogo is gone,
bro.
You are far too young to be a widow forever.
Damn.
And
Daenerys is looking very good.
You are far too smart to think that I will succumb to flight.
Stole the words right out of my mouth. Well, actually, I said it first, but... I'm still pissed about like the whole previous scene. Whenever Joffrey's on my screen, it ruins my day.
Sorry about all that. True Targaryen.
What is this fool babbling about?
She is far too lovely for a glorified dock worker like yourself.
very true.
And every lady alive was lovelier and higher born than my grandfather.
And you took after him, clearly.
Not offer you something to eat, to drink. I'll have them.
These are his servants.
Thank you, my lord. You are a gracious host.
Oh, she has a talent for drama, this one. So, my little princess, what is it you want?
My
She kind of
birthright,
died.
the 7 kingdoms of Westeros. My father sat there before he was murdered.
If you did not sit on it yourself, would it not be correct to say, take the Iron Throne?
I didn't come here to argue grammar.
Are you challenging the mother of dragons?
So let me explain my position, little princess.
Little princess? Do you want to die?
Have an army. Do you have powerful allies in Westeros?
She has dragons.
When were you there last?
I left when I was a baby.
Forgive me, little princess, but I cannot make an investment based.
Call her little princess one more time and we're fighting.
Pardon me.
Do you know Illyrio Monpatis, Magistar of Pentos? How many centuries had it been since dragons roamed the skies? But I dreamt that if I carried those eggs into a great fire, they would hatch. Own people thought I was mad. But when the fire burnt out, I was unhurt. The mother of dragons. I'm no ordinary woman.
She's not.
My dreams come true.
That's an interesting way of saying it, but like, so far? Well, not all of your dreams, because she lost a lot of people that she loved.
I'm sorry, little princess.
I am not your little princess. I am Daenerys.
Do you want me to fight him for you, Daenerys? I can take the first plane to Karth right now.
But not with my ships.
Like, what was this dude's plan? Like, he came here to appease her, and then when she told him what she wanted to be appeased, he started calling her little princess, then insulted her, then left.
Who taught you to read? You're a sharp little thing, aren't you?
She is. Incredibly so.
Did... Forgive me, my lord. I shouldn't ask questions. Do you know your father, my lord?
I did. He was a good man.
What is his nuts?
Man.
Was I supposed to know what that
Destroyed our house
was?
and name.
We learned about that a little bit in the lore and history video. If I remember correctly, that's where I heard. Or maybe it was someone of you guys reminding me in the comments that I read. I did know from somebody that like his family, like his father, almost destroyed their wealth that they had.
Where are you going, girl?
The armory, my lord.
Hide the thing that you were holding in your hand.
What might this be?
Why did you not hide it? Arya, you're better than this.
Don't ask me.
Our friend is going to kill him, isn't he? The friend that owes us 3 deaths? Yes. Wrong one. Was he the wrong one? All long-haired dudes look the same. Oh, here he is.
The girl has named a second name.
He's getting away. It has to be now.
Thank you, man.
God!
Who is this dude? Who is this dude? What type of thing? He has darts? What did he throw at him? What? He literally threw a dart at him, bro. And got him good. Rob, do you know that Winterfell has been sieged? Go ahead, Rob, go ahead.
Why are you so sure I'm of noble birth?
Because it's obvious.
What if I told you my father sold lace on the Long Bridge, and my mother, my brother, and I lived with him above our shop?
Call you a liar.
I'm going to be honest, like, out of the ladies in this
I
show,
always thought I was a brilliant liar.
she is, like, easily
Along?
one of the more beautiful ones so far, to me. I see what Rob sees.
Of course, a spy would deny being a spy.
You're right. You found me out. I'm writing a letter to the Lannisters. The young wolf is on the move. Rob?
Hello everybody, this is editor Greek Guy React here, and I've stopped this video to give my big revelation regarding Talisa's character that I just couldn't wait to tell you guys in the next video that I'm going to put out, because I did not put 2 and 2 together in my mind during the reaction, and I'm kind of pissed. I'm just like throwing a rock in the ocean here. This might be a long shot, but I have too much respect for Game of Thrones writing, and I just think that a few of the lines said in this conversation between Talisa and Rob aren't just casual throwaway lines. So she begins this conversation by saying, "I always thought I was a brilliant liar." Then later on in the conversation, Rob questions her motives behind wanting to know where the army will be heading. But in a half-joking way, he kind of makes light of the situation by calling her a spy. Then Talisa does a joke, in a joking way, that she's sending information to Tywin Lannister about Rob's whereabouts and moves. Rob and her kind of have a laugh about it. Rob's guard seems to drop a little bit. Now let's go back a little bit earlier in the conversation. What was the first line, one of the first line this girl said? That she's a brilliant liar. That's what she told us, the audience, and we should not take this lightly. This girl is a spy for Tywin Lannister, and if not for Tywin Lannister, for somebody. She is a spy. This is my revelation about Talisa. Me and Game of Thrones writers, we are in the same wavelength. That line was way too specific to be a throwaway line. The questioning of Rob later on, even some of Talisa's mannerisms during that scene while I was watching it back. All this occurred to me while doing the editing of the video, and just watching that scene a couple of more times. I'm like, there's something more here to what I originally got. She was writing on something when Rob approached her, right? And then she just joked like, "Oh yeah, I'm writing to Tywin Lannister about something about Rob." I wouldn't put it past Game of Thrones for her to literally had been writing that, and then just by being a brilliant liar, just using it in a way to just deceive Rob in that situation. But yeah, this is my revelation. I couldn't wait to tell you guys about it, because if that is actually the case, it's just brilliant. Once again from Game of Thrones. If it's not, I just wasted about 1 or 2 minutes of your life with a pointless guess. But I don't think I'm wrong here. I have a feeling that I'm not wrong. But this was editor Greek Guy Reacts. Let's go back into the regular scheduled programming.
Brother,
Mom, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
So this is Lady Talisa.
Oh, we're introducing it to the family already.
She's been very helpful.
You know what's going on, Catelyn.
I wish that you were free to follow your heart.
I know.
You have inherited your father's responsibilities.
Just because she has to wed one of the daughters of that lord does not mean that he's going to have to be monogamous. We've talked about this before.
Bet you freeze to death before I do. Bet your life.
Get it? Because she'll be dead. What are you going to do, Snow? You're not going to do anything. You're going to lay next to her.
Looking for you.
Yes.
Think they'll find you.
What is this, small talk?
Stupid, but brave.
I don't want to call Jon stupid because he's not stupid. He's a smart man. But his kindness kind of gets in the way of like logical thinking. Sometimes. This is one of those times. But I get the feeling that these two are going to be a thing, so...
Still moving.
Was I? Oh, I didn't notice that time.
What you doing, girl? Jon is inexperienced in that type of moving.
We've had ravens from White Harbor.
Why? Why would Theon?
Because the Greyjoys are treasonous whores.
Because he's a Greyjoy? Did you really not think this could happen? Did you guys really not think this was going to be a possibility? You sent Greyjoy to the Greyjoys?
How can I call myself king if I can't hold my own castle?
Now you lose what you gained.
Rob, don't lose your cool. You're doing great. Okay, see, you're a smart tactician. Don't like lose your rational thinking because of the emotions right now. I know that was a incredible news that you got, but be calm and you'll do what you need to do. Theon is not a real threat in my eyes.
There are other ways to serve, my lord.
I'm a prince.
Of course, this is where this was going.
Other ways to serve, my prince.
And we know that this dude is incredibly horny, so we know where this is going.
We know things.
What? How to eat dirt?
So funny, Theon. You're so funny, Theon. Yeah, that's his weakness. She could kill you so easily. Turn your back as well. You could be dead right now, Theon. You just don't know it. It was a while till we got a nude scene in Game of Thrones. Like 2 episodes.
Killing you, that's your price.
I already had that. My freedom.
Well, you shall have it then.
Theon, you're so horny, bro.
He will never have. Your horse eats better than his children. It
Damn.
doesn't matter now. He's dead.
I would have given them bread if I had it. I hate
I
the
know
king more than
you
any of
would,
them.
Sansa.
Don't say these things. If the wrong
Yes.
people hear you,
Yes,
you're
yes.
the wrong people.
Yes, yes. I said that this was going to happen. She has someone to confide to now. She can talk, she can let these things out. Theon, you could be dead right now. You fell asleep? You idiot? You're lucky she did not just kill you. Theon is not meant for this. You were good being like a helper. Who the fuck are you?
I have something for you from Prince Theon.
What?
Me?
This girl. Is it going to work a second time? Or is she going to kill him this time? She could have done that to Theon right now, like when she woke up. She's whistling too? Yes, 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 my babies, yes. Perfect crew. This is a perfect crew right here. That's a perfect crew right here. This is basically who I cared for right now from Winterfell.
The ships I would eat. If not, I dreamed of food.
I like the way he's walking, like... It's a very intriguing way to decide to walk. Are these here people? Those are not here people, were they? They're Karth citizens? Karth soldiers? No! 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 They did not, no! Iconic line, but no! Who do we have to kill? Who was it? Who? Who is this? Wait. I know it's going to end right now. Wait. Intriguing ending soundtrack. Is that the other girl? It's the other girl, isn't it? The girl who was talking about the dragons with Daenerys' brother, one of her two right and left hand women. She seemed incredibly interested in the dragons. Is that the woman who took them? Because one of the girls, was she dead? Please tell me she did not die. I really liked her. She seemed dead though, unfortunately. Damn, bro. But that's who she was, wasn't it? I'm almost certain that that's who it was. The girl, one of the other girl. You guys know who I'm talking about. I don't remember her name. But that's who took them. That's who took them. Yeah, I mean, listen, from the first scene that they had with her and Viserys, like, she was foreshadowing that she had some other plans regarding dragons. She also said things that were quite menacing, if you were paying attention to what she was saying, for the reason why she liked dragons. She said they could kill. She said they could just fly away, right? All things foreshadowing her killing people and then running away, which is what she basically did right now. Watch it being someone completely different, and I'm just blaming this on that poor girl. But I'm almost certain it's her, because we saw them in the beginning, like, kind of eyeing each other, right? Was the other, the Dothraki girl, kind of getting bad vibes from that woman? Right? They were kind of butting heads a little bit. Was that the reason? She had kind of seen like she was moving kind of shady. Yeah, I'm almost certain it's that girl. I'm almost certain. Wow, a lot of things happened this episode. So many things happened this episode. So many things happened this episode. So, that girl now has her dragons. Damn, I did not want us to lose the dragons, but I know that Daenerys is going to get her babies back because she's their mother and she's just going to get them back. That girl, whoever she was, is not going to go far. And even if she does, Daenerys is going to find her and kill her because she betrayed her trust, and that's now the second woman that she has kind of taken care of that betrayed her, which is quite sad. After our Greek sis in the previous season. Also, how did that girl, if it was her, did she kill all those people? Because that was a bloodbath in there. Like, it was at least like 10, more than 10 people were killed. Did she do that? Is there so much more that we don't know about this girl? She's like a killer like that? I'm almost certain it's her. That's why I'm not even entertaining any other possibilities. Like, obviously we could think that like the fat dude took the dragons. We could like speculate that girl that we saw in the beginning with like the full mask, full face mask. I could even go and say Mormont took them. That's also like another one that I could throw in there. But I'm almost certain that it's that girl, because I don't think we saw her in that bloodbath scene, and they focused on the Dothraki girl, and they did show us in the previous episode them kind of being like that. It's that girl, and she said it in the previous season, episode 3, what it was, like the way she was talking about the dragons, how interested she was in dragons, and like how interested she was in killing and flying away. It's her. So that has happened. We lost our dragons, that's horrible. Joffrey is completely doing a mess of the job of being king. We did not expect anything else. Like, this is like exactly what we expected was going to happen to the kingdom since Joffrey took over. He can't be king. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Thank God Sansa, that scene with Sansa did not transpire the way that it was transpiring. That was the last thing that I wanted to see at that moment. Thank God they saved her. I'm glad that she has someone to like actually talk to. They foreshadowed with that scene with Tyrion and Cersei how they're going to go. Eventually Cersei is going to figure out that Tyrion loves that girl, I'm forgetting her name, sorry guys. And they're going to like, I think that unfortunately she is going to die by the hands of Cersei, unfortunately, or in some way related to Cersei, because they are foreshadowing it very, very much. And she, like, we've seen other characters die, so she very easily could be killed off as well. I'm so glad somebody again finally punched that little boy, and I'm so glad it was Tyrion, just like in the early episodes. I'm sure Game of Thrones knew we needed that. They do those scenes very well, where they know that the audience really needs somebody to slap someone, one of these characters, and they give us that scene. It's so freaking rewarding. It also saves the pillow some abuse, because I was going to start patching the pillow if somebody did not start punching Joffrey. So I'm glad Tyrion did that. Tyrion remains the best character. We did not see Stannis at all, and what's happening with that side, with the demon baby. The demon baby just came in, killed Renly, and we have not seen of it again. That's crazy. Man, lots of things happening. Tywin and Arya, they are starting to kind of, I think they are going to have like, at least Tywin will start taking a liking to her. I don't think Arya is going to start taking a liking to Tywin. Arya will play along until the moment is right to kill him. That scene with Snake, especially, for anybody who doesn't know, whenever I'm talking about Snake, I'm talking about Littlefinger, Baelish. I don't even want to call him Baelish. If I'll refer him to anything else, it will be Littlefinger, because apparently he hates it, so that's what I'm going to do. That was very intense. And I really don't know, Baelish might as well, I called him Baelish, damn. Anyway, he might as well have realized that was Arya. But he's not the type of character that would just reveal this information right away to Tywin at that moment. He's not the type of character. Knowledge is power, he said. If he has that knowledge, he keeps it for himself, to see how best he could be able to leverage it in any future situation. The man, as he calls himself, has appeared to be incredibly useful. Like that second kill, I don't know what that was, like a dart. He threw a dart at that dude's neck and actually killed him right at Tywin's door. That was impressive. She's a cheat code, basically. Arya has a cheat code in her hands, but now she only has one last name. She better use it carefully. It better be a very important one, that third name. That's such a good idea for a character and a dynamic. Such a good idea to have that type of character who is give me 3 names. Such a good idea. Whoever thought of that? Because there's so many ways they can go with that. But yeah, more things happened. Jon Snow is separated from his crew and is now with this Ygritte girl, who I think they're going to be a thing. For a moment I thought Game of Thrones was going to outsmart me for a second time. I was almost certain, the way that they introduced her character, that she was going to be like a somewhat important character, and I was 99.9% certain that Jon Snow was never going to kill her. If Jon Snow killed her at that moment, I would have like applauded the show, because they would have played with our perception of Jon Snow so well in that scene. They didn't do that. Still, I applaud the show just because the writing of the show is amazing. But they could have gone crazy with that one if Jon Snow just killed her right there. It would have been so unlike Jon Snow though, so unlike his character. He's too good for his own good sometimes. I hope that does not come back to haunt him in future seasons. His kindness, that is. Theon is so incredibly, I don't want to say dumb, but like, he's so like, how do you fall asleep next to a girl who previously was serving the Starks, whom you took Winterfell from? You've insulted that girl as well so many times. Really, all it took was for her to like fuck you one time, and like that's it. You've fallen asleep right next to her on the bed, leaving her free to do whatever she wants. You could have been dead, Theon. Theon, you are not meant for this life. Hopefully somebody relieves you of your lordship duties quickly, because it's only dangerous for you and whoever you're ruling, because your reign is very easily taken from you if this is how you act. But she saved the important characters at Winterfell. She saved Hodor, the direwolves, and the two brothers, and that's what we needed. The crew that we already were seeing so many scenes prior, they are finally embarking on their own. To where? I have no idea. Possibly to Robb. Try and fight Robb and Catelyn. Robb is in love with what was her name? It started with a T. Talisa. Talisa, am I remembering a name finally? Was it Talisa? He is in love with her. That's that. He found out about Winterfell. He almost acted irrationally for a second, but being the good general that he is, and being reminded of that as well by one of his troops, he did the right thing by sending a portion, or not even a portion of his army, somebody else apparently, someone's bastard is going to take care of it. I can't trust anybody, so even that dude who convinced Robb to not go to Winterfell, I don't know if we can trust him. So again, I think Robb made the smart decision, but that remains to be seen. What else? I feel like I have not talked about something, or did I cover everything? Yeah, I think I covered pretty much everything. This episode was packed with action, like right from the get-go. We started the episode with the siege of Winterfell. I did not expect that to happen that quickly. We are starting to gear up towards the finale right here with episode 6 of the second season. We start to gear up towards the finale. I do have a certain feeling, if we're lucky, if I'm incredibly lucky, if we are lucky, if you guys, when you were watching this show, were lucky, Joffrey could potentially be dead by the end of the season. Just have this hunch, this feeling, after that scene of him walking and everybody else. Basically the whole city has turned shitty. Basically the whole kingdom wants him dead right now. He has lost everybody the way he has acted as king. So it's going to be incredibly easy for an uprising. Basically an uprising almost happened in that scene. So I can totally see them just going after the king themselves, like the peasants. It's reached that bad of a point. As Tyrion said, they have both a crazy and stupid king at the helm. He's the best of both worlds. So possibly we could be fortunate enough for Joffrey to die in season 2, and we would not have to see Joffrey again. Wouldn't that be lovely? That would be so beautiful. Life would be so beautiful without us having to deal with Joffrey again. But yeah guys, this was a really good episode. I really enjoyed this episode. It also went by really fast. Like, a lot of things were happening, a lot of things that were very interesting. If you guys are enjoying the reactions, make sure you give a thumbs up, it helps the channel grow, subscribe for more content, and I will see you all in episode 7. Peace.